Yo, welcome back everybody. We've been running with this a little bit, so Plumber's pick of the day is going to be the Dragonite V from Sword and Shield Evolving Skies. This card is absolutely stunning. I mean, look how peaceful it just is. We all love Dragonite, especially with the news of Dragonite coming and featuring in the new set. Guys, this card was hitting around $1,200. Now you can buy it between $850 to $900 in a PSA 10. I absolutely love this card. Don't sleep on it. Yes, it used to be $200 in a PSA 10 back in my day, but now this card is skyrocketed, but it is warranted, I suppose. But welcome back, traders and collectors. It's your favorite Poke Plumber, flushing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you're having a great week. I'm doing pretty well myself. You know how it is. Busy, plumbing, laying pipe, doing it all, baby. We have a longer episode today. I want to hit so many topics. This might be one of the most important episodes ever, and I really hope most of you listen to this one because I'm going to drop the best gems I can in this one, and hopefully if you just listen to this advice, you'll go very far in life. But first things first, we have to do our giveaway. This is the last and final day to enter your chance to win a Phantasmal Flames booster box. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and enter your chance to win a Phantasmal Flames booster box. If it's free, it's for me. And a huge shout out to the one, to the only, Logan's Pokeship. Link in the description below. Code Plumber5 for all your acrylic needs. Boo! Whoop. But I don't know how long this one's going to be. I have a bunch of notes today. I don't even know where we should start. Should we start with the new set? I mean, everybody's talking about it, but I guess I'll put my little take on it, my little twist on it. Ascended Heroes, okay? Ascended Heroes is Pokemon's newest set. All right, here, hold on, sorry. All right, Ascended Heroes. It's going to have over 290 cards, 33 illustration rares, and 22 special illustration rares, so 22 SIRs. This set is going to be jam-packed. I'll throw up the collection box. Boop. I feel like they missed the opportunity with having a Mega Gengar on it, but we have a Mega Dragonite. They're pushing the Mega Dragonite. Whether you love it, you hate it, it's featured on this box. I put a little poll on my Instagram, and surprisingly, people weren't the biggest fan of this ETB. I personally like the colors. It reminds me of the retro look. I'm old, so it's like early 90s, late 80s. I like it. I like it. And then the collection boxes, let me throw that up. Boop. You have the Lucario and Gardevoir premium collection boxes that come with the promo that look like the Charizard from the UPC. I think this is a good product. I'm just a Pokemon hype boy. I love everything Pokemon does, but in all seriousness, I think these premium collections look really, really nice. Now, this is where we throw in the nice little curveball. So, when this gets released in January, late January, we're only going to be getting like the blister, the 3-packs into 2-packs, which make absolutely no sense. They have a cool Charmander one and a cool Ghastly one, but that's what's going to happen in the initial release. And then later February, about I guess 2-3 weeks later, then they're going to release the ETBs. So this makes no sense to me. This is kind of what happened with Shredded Fable. They released like collection boxes, the blisters before they released the ETBs. I do think the market's slowing down a lot. I think the market's cooling down a lot. We'll get into that. But this is what prolongs things from calming down. If we're only getting the blisters, if we're only getting, the specialty items before the ETBs, it's going to cause chaos because the rip and chippers want to have it for their stream. So then the prices of those are going to go crazy and everyone's going to want it. And then by the time the ETBs come out, the hype could calm down because they'll release another set and they'll be focused on that set and it's going to be closer to the next release of the next set. Does that make sense? So what I personally think Pokemon should do is just say, okay, let's just not release those. Let's release everything in February. Let's halt. And instead of chaos ensuing, they could just release it in February all at once where things are nice and calm and instead of people losing their minds. Is that going to happen? Probably not, but it's just more BS with it. That's how it goes. But I do want to get into other stuff. I want to get into the market. I want to get into the market talk. I want to get into, I guess I'll start with this. Okay, so I was watching a video on like Instagram Reels, and it was a video of like a scalper's POV, and he walks into Target to go get Phantasmal Flames, ready to clear out the shelves, ready to do what he does. And the stuff's behind the counter, and the lady, and he's like, oh, I want the Phantasmal UPC, I want the Phantasmal ETB, I want the Blitz, and they're like, no. You get one product per. And he's like, okay, I'll take one Phantasmal UPC, or the Mega Charizard UPC, I'll take one Phantasmal ETB, and she's like, no, one or the other, right? So now all the scalpers are getting pissed, right? They've been waiting online since the night before, and they're getting frustrated. And this happened at Target. So now we have Target doing quantities, right? We had Walmart start it with the quantities, and now it's happening with Target. So now scalpers aren't going to be able to get as much product, all right? Now you have GameStop, who's announcing the next wave of the UPCs are going to be $200. But you have the secondary market selling UPCs for cheaper than $200. And this is when you start to see, even though it's not clearance, but you'll see them sit at $200 because scalpers aren't going to make money off of it. You're going to see them sitting at GameStop, and then you'll eventually see a discount. So I will now get into this part. So right now we have stocks, we have crypto, and it's all red. If you pull up your little Robinhood app, your Coinbase app, whatever you're doing, pull it up, and it's all just red. That's kind of what's happening with Pokemon right now. I'm going to give you an example into the future, but I just have to talk about one other thing. So now you're seeing red. Everybody's getting nervous. Everyone's selling. Now you have these people who are hoarding Pokemon, because I don't care what anyone says. Crypto market has always correlated with Pokemon market. I've had so many people, when crypto's doing well, they want a tangible asset. They say, hey, do you take crypto? I'd like to get so-and-so. My Bitcoin's up. I want to buy your booster box cases of Sword and Shield. I've had it happen. I've had it happen from multiple people. So now when that's all going down, now the Pokemon market starts to cool down, relax a little bit. Do I believe this is the beginning of a complete bear market? Like I said, it could just be the winter, cool down. But if we do start heading in this direction, right? Now this is me, where's my crystal ball plunger? Right here. This is what can happen. And remember that I say this, right? If this is really the beginning of the bear market, I'll tell you what happens next. So we still have a lot of exciting mega sets being released, right? And we're going to have that for the next, I don't know, year and a half. And let's say it starts cooling down, because people are like, it's not going to cool down with the 30th. It's not going to cool down with this. It's too hype. It's too hype. It's never going to drop. But the truth is, when Celebrations came out, it was hyped up. Prior to that, Evolving Skies, yeah, it was a little bit hyped. But after that 25th anniversary, everything started cooling down. You were able to get Evolving Skies at $120. You were able to get Celebrations ETBs at $40. Right? For a split second, yes, they were $200. Things were crazy. UPCs going insane, $300. Like, yes, you had all this happen. But if history repeats itself, it's like a mirror. It's the same thing that's happening last time. You have PSA extending grading times now. They're saying, oh, now it's going to take like 90 business days, right, for a bulk order. 90 business days. Your other ones everything's adding weeks, if not months, to your orders. It's like the same thing that happened with COVID. I know we say the market's different, but guys, it's literally happening again. So now, let's say the 30th anniversary comes. Let's say it hasn't cooled down. 30th anniversary comes out, $200 in ETB, madness, And then the set after that, it's a badass set, and it's But then after time, it continues to calm down. There's so many people that don't know anything about Pokemon. I see people that have no idea what they're doing, and they're just hoarding product, and it's just like ETBs, blisters, like stuff from Walmart, stuff from Sam's Club, stuff from Costco. They keep stashing it away. And now they get ready to sell, and they don't know who to sell to. And now, believe me, I know a lot of bigger people right now, like the big dogs in this hobby. They're liquidating. They're not liquid right now, so they're selling stuff. And you have a lot of people starting to panic a little bit, right? You have to look at the bigger picture because there's so many people like, oh, I went to this guy, he doesn't have the money to buy this. I'm like, he doesn't have money to buy that collection? Like, it's happening. It's happening. And then you have so many new people that were just stashing all Scarlet and Violet. But every day I look on Facebook, I see 20, 30, 40 people selling the same exact product, and then it becomes a race to the bottom, okay? Now I'll keep going. So I hope I didn't lose you because it gets a little confusing. So now you have people racing to the bottom. Now you have, the end of the mega era. Let's say we get something cool, but it's still cooling down, Now you have winds and waves, the new generation, the new era, okay? People don't like new Pokemon in the beginning. It's always been like that. You're going to have an era where nobody likes it for the first 2, 3, 4 sets until they start bringing back Pokemon that you know and love. So you can have a 2 to 3 year window where it becomes a bear market. And then it can get really cool. And in the meantime, you're going to lose all the people that said, I have diamond hands, that had no love for the hobby. It's never going to happen. It's not going to crash. Listen, I don't think we'll see, $80, $90 booster boxes again. I think we're going to have higher lows this time because the new product keeps selling. I don't think that's going to happen. But when I hear news of distribution saying people pushing back distribution because they're getting nervous and then other stores getting more opportunities, that's how I know more is changing. People don't hear this every day. Now distro's giving this person more product because someone else can't handle that because they are over leveraged. It's eventually going to become a race to the bottom. Things are slowly but surely changing. So that is why in this market, when it's going down, you don't just go all in. Be like, all right, I had the money, I'm ready to go. I knew it was going to go down. So I'm going to put all my money in right now. No, you buy a little bit now. Watch what it does. If it drops another 10%, you buy a little bit more. Heck, guys, even with crypto, I put some money in crypto yesterday. I put some money in crypto today. And I'll wait and see what happens in another 2 weeks. Things are crazy right now. Things aren't great. It's unknown. People are afraid of the unknown. But this is now your shot to say, okay, I'm afraid of the unknown, but I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to see what happens. Okay? It's a risk. That's why they call it a risk reward. Okay? It's not a guarantee. But when you have so many people getting nervous, so many people liquidating, I'm telling you, I haven't seen this many people sell in the past year. So we're heading in that direction. And this is just what comes when we're heading in that direction. You just have to ask yourself what side of the fence you want to be on. Well, after 2, 3 years of a dark road, wherever we end up, you just have to be able to handle it because it might get worse before it gets better, guys. Like, people are already pre-ordering for the ETB set at $80. I mean, it's a good start. It's a specialty set at $80. I think we'll see it lower. But it's just like, when all this is happening around you, you always need to pay attention to your surroundings. Because at the end of the day, it all equals one thing. So just relax, slow down, buy in increments that you can afford. Don't just go all in. Don't over leverage yourself. You waited for this chance. And all the people that were complaining about the prices saying, oh, I'm going to buy when prices drop. Guys, the prices are dropping. Are you going to buy? And before I have so many people saying, oh, Phantasmal is still $200 something a box. Guys, wait for the second wave. Just give it time. See what happens. I am watching the UPCs drop. Next thing that's going to drop is going to be the Phantasmal booster boxes. People are sick of it. And now you have people that aren't holding as much. And so many more people are putting more stuff into the market. You're going to have your chance. Just do it smart, do it safely, and enjoy it the whole time. Woo! That was a long rant. But this is just where we're heading, guys. Am I excited for the new set? Absolutely. But there's just way more to it. There's way more to it. Yeah, I mean, think about this, right? You have all these people, like, we're in the phase right now where people are starting to have a bad taste in their mouth. They bought all this product and they can't sell it for 100% profit. Some people are, overpaying. Like, let's say if they go to GameStop, they buy the UPC and they pay $200 for the UPC, and now they're $180. So now you're going to have people that have a bad taste in their mouth. They're going to say, hey, why am I not making a profit on this? And then when that happens to enough people, they have a bad taste in their mouth, and then they eventually sell. So right now you're at the phase where people are like, I don't want to take a loss on that. Until it keeps going down more, you're going to be battling with a lot of people that are like, I'd rather just hold it. But eventually, Whoever's over leveraged, they will sell, and the people that enjoy the hobby and love the hobby and look at it long term, they're gonna hold. It's just how it goes. Like if you talk to, listen, I have never seen, I don't want to put them on blast because I have a lot of love for them. I've seen comic stores lately hold way more product than they're used to, right? Like quadruple the amount. Let's say if they used to hold, 6 to 10 cases. Now they have all these cases and they held them and they wanted this high number, but now the number's literally, down 40%. Yes, they're still making money on it because they're paying distribution, but it's like they're getting stuck with way more product than they anticipated. And now when they had all that product add up, they're like, holy crap, I need to sell. That's what's starting to happen. I know I've been all over the place, and I hope whoever's listening, I hope this makes sense to you. I'm still working on it. I'm still newer, guys. We haven't even been here for a year yet, but we're having fun, I'll tell you that. But this is just exciting times. Exciting times. This weekend is Collecticon. I'm curious what's going to happen at Collecticon. I'm curious how people are going to price their items. I'm curious if people are going to be tenacious. I'm curious about the crowd. Whatever I see this weekend and how people act, how people talk, then I'll be able to tell you a lot more. If you're at Collecticon, come say what's up. Come say hi. Let's meet up. But it's just there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and I feel like it's only going to get better and better, at least until December. I'm not sure what quarter one is going to bring, but until December, you're going to have pretty good buying opportunities. And if the scale tips the wrong way in January, February, March, you might have these opportunities you never thought you would see. We might even see, shelves fully stocked. If the scalpers aren't making money, if the rip and shippers or the flippers aren't doing what they were doing, like people get nervous. People got used to making these huge percentages. But it's changing. I don't know. I'm excited. I keep buying Sword and Shield. Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, heck, even Evolving Skies. Just have fun. Buy what you love, collect what you love. I'm tired. It's late. I love and appreciate you guys. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. Ugh. Poltegeist. Poltegeist. These Pokemon multiply by creeping into teapots and pouring themselves in the leftover tea. Wow. Poltegeist. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys are the very best.